Brooks spin cycle. Final minute of this third quarter. No easy look. And James creates one. So it's a new lineup for the Flash. Here's a turnover. Same news for the Pack. This is Zam Jones pushing the pace. James for three. And she hits it. 5 points from 1,000 in her career.
NC State only got 3 offensive boards against South Carolina. Another point of emphasis for the Pack.
James spins it. Nice move. Hits it. Aziaha James cooking early with 5.
Hey, she knows what milestone she's got to reach for tonight.
Needs 3 more points for it. Scored over 100.
Coastal's in that zone, but look for them to trap a lot out of it.
Aziaha James, great lob. Collier the early bucket. How important is the post play for the Pack tonight? At Lander University, Division II. And now he's back in the Palmetto State doing some great work. How about that great pass to Rivers and then the reversal?
Make teams hit tough shots. Good rotation right there by Aziaha James. James able to save it on the baseline. And Brooks somehow was able to get that shot up and in. UConn came back, had a 28-point third quarter because they were able to get out in transition. They were able to get some easy buckets, and then they knocked some shots down. But that's a turnover. Deans threw it right to James, who gets...
Look at James' active hands. What kind of passing can she do? Lobs it ahead. Jones zips it. Rivers puts it home. What vision by Jones.
In person for a game. I mentioned that to him. He would have none of it. And the 3 by James.
Well, I think he's excited about where his team can go.
It starts this weekend, as in Sunday. ABC matchup with Louisville on the road to the Yum Center. Here comes James.
Just call her number, man. Aziaha James, look at those shoulders get past the hips of her defender.
Brooks, help comes from Cochran. 10 on the shot clock. On the switch, James, baseline drive, goes to the left hand and uses the window.
She dribbles into this switch. Cochran can't stop her from driving baseline. The help is late getting out.
I let the offense come to them and do what they've been doing, like, for example, that they did against Florida.
That dominant win over Florida. 4 in double figures for JMU. As James hits the 3, good start from deep.
NC State's done a really good job of finding the open player. Here you see Aziaha James knocking it down. She stems off of her 3-point game and then has added to it this season with her drives and with her attacks.
One of the best players in the Sun Belt orchestrating a comeback. James hangs. Nice bucket. So tough to defend on those cross-court shots.
This hot shooting Clemson team.
When any shooter sees a 2-3 zone, they automatically start salivating. And that's exactly what Hannah Cohn just did. I'm not sure about the switch to the zone.
Well, one thing you can be sure of is that Aziaha James is bringing it again, although she is hopping as she gets up, not putting any weight on that right foot.
NC State top 5 rebounding team, but it starts at the guard position on the glass. Here's James wiggling through and hits it. Oh my goodness, what an offensive start. 6 of 9 from the field.
Aziaha James looked like she was toying with the yo-yo there as she got a hand on the ball, but being able to stay composed and keeping that up and then finishing. And her takeaways from that game is just the urgency. They didn't play with much urgency. She wants to see those leaders step up, those veteran guards step up throughout this game.
Here's Aziaha James continuing to be a leader. Over 100 games here at State. She knocks it another 3. Shot.
Brooks across the floor. A good look for Aziaha James, and she buries the 3.
That would have been a nice finish.
James lets it fly and knocks down the 3.
Aziaha James, she's going to knock down that 3 ball even if there's a hand in her face.
Charlie Cream and his Bracketology has Stanford on the bubble, and they've got some work to do in January and February to keep that streak alive.
Well, they got some work to do guarding the ball right now. Kate Payne might burn a timeout here.
Who's really upped her passing in the conference. 5 assists a game here in ACC play. Complimenting Aziaha James in the starting 5 and her first 3.
NC State, their first score right here. If you leave Aziaha open, hands down, man down, you got to shoot that shot. She nailed it.
Wolfpack won this matchup by 40 when the teams met in Pittsburgh last year. Here's James, and then another 3. I mean, you can't stop her tonight. 3 and 3.
Brooks, James, ball fakes and 2 defenders, one direction. She went the other turnaround from James. What a bounce. Aziaha James, 9 points in the first half. And a very kind bounce here at Reynolds Coliseum.
I didn't think there was any way that they were going to get a good look, but you know what? Aziaha James makes hard looks look easy and knocked that one in from the free throw line.
All of her points coming in the second quarter.
Back for the Syracuse Orange. They have had quite a bit of change in their starting five as they turn it over. This is the 9th different starting lineup for the Orange this season. Rivers, James, who wants it? It'll eventually go back out to Hayes. Well, the Orange have gone over 2 minutes without a basket, and James says not this time either. Big swat away, sends Brooks on her way, and she'll go back to the free throw line. Zoe Brooks has been excellent for the Wolfpack, taking care of the basketball, coming up late in games, as has this player here, Madison Hayes, right off the bat.
Rounds working on blobs, baseline out of bounds. Coaches want to see execution here.
James, couple of ball fakes to get herself the look she wanted, leading scorer for the Wolfpack, averaging 17 per game.
Isn't always like it used to be, like when I remember growing up and, and whatnot.
James to Rivers.
Mark that. This is great basketball. Defensive effort, push ahead, pass, no look, caught it in air, takes it there, and then there's the joy of a great play.
Under 4 to go here in the first quarter. Taken away by James. 1v1 with Jackson up. Here's James. Count it. And let's see if that gets her going.
A walking bucket.
You're trying to get frenetic on the defensive end as much as you are on the offensive end because of so many possessions. And great high-low look inside and finish by Awu. Really difficult for Timpson to get around, but she does.
Timpson averages a robust double-double this season for the Noles, and that's James.
Hayes, top of the key tray. Back iron is Haley Cavender. Got stripped. Aziaha James finds her teammate for another bucket of woo.
This is really her first touch of the game, it feels like. Hasn't gotten a good look, but that was a great pass from Aziaha James.
We'll be getting some free ones. Rivers off the rim. Trieger gets it back to James, who scores. She'll take the bank.
A little bit in her last outing with 14 points against Wake Forest, so hopefully she's getting her rhythm back.
Oh, and the three right back by James. Broken like that. Georgia Tech, a 10-9 lead over Aziaha James and the Wolfpack.
Kicks to the corner. King's mid-range is off. Rebound, Brooks. Here comes James. Aziaha James behind the back. James here in double overtime.
I mean, her teammates are tired. They don't even cross midcourt, and she just does the around the world. And Ryan, that was the right basketball play. She wasn't just trying to be fancy. This is how she gets by Miles, who couldn't afford to pick up a 50.
Then you factor in Rivers' ability to assist the ball. Finding James, catch and shoot beauty. She's got 2 threes.
I mean, James stays hot from the game against Notre Dame as she's sticking it out for the three-point line.
She tries to work on Trieger. The 6'6" frame, making it difficult. 2-on-1 break. Brooks. James. Brooks.
That's what I call 3 W's, right? Who to get the ball to, when, and where. You got to know personnel.
This time it's the pick and the roll and the assist. James to Trieger. James returns. Let's see if they get her involved right away. She'll take it and hit it. Nice comeback, Aziaha James.
Watch the work right here. Aziaha James moving without the basketball. Laney Grant gets all twisted up, not knowing.
Regular season matchup was in the 80s as James hits from outside.